Arkham Origins was the first Batman Arkham game I bought and played all the way through, back in 2014 I think, thanks to watching the first few parts of a playthrough by a gaming YouTuber I used to watch by the name of Cytle. If my memory is correct, I believe that Arkham Asylum may have technically been the first Arkham game I played, in some capacity. But that was just a demo, and I don't remember playing much of it. Anyway, back to talking about Arkham Origins, I saw some gameplay and it seemed like it would be my type of game. Therefore, I bought it on the Xbox 360, and I played through the whole story. As a result, I dedicated a fair amount of time to the game, and I really enjoyed basically everything about it, including the gameplay and the story. I can't remember whether I completed New Game Plus after finishing the main story on the 360, and I can't check as I believe I got rid of my 360 copy years ago. But after playing through some of the side content once I beat the story, I stopped playing the game for a while. It was around that time where I was really getting into PC gaming too, despite having a terrible HP laptop. I saw that Arkham Asylum, City and Origins were all on sale on Steam, so I bought them. I replayed Arkham Origins on PC, as it takes place first in the Arkham series, and played the hell out of it. New Game Plus, the challenge maps, etc. Eventually, I had completed most of the side content as well. You could say I was obsessed with the game, and as of this video, it is still my most played game on Steam at over 183 hours. In spite of being released third after Asylum and City, Origins was the first Arkham game I properly experienced and played. Fittingly, it occurs first in the Arkham series, serving as a prequel to Asylum. This prequel game would be the one to whet Arkham fans' appetites while Rocksteady was working on Arkham Knight, slotting into the 2-year gap trend Asylum and City had created. Notably, Origins was developed by Warner Bros. Montreal instead. As a result, it's viewed as the black sheep of the series. Regardless of being the odd game out, due to having a different developer, Rocksteady considers the game as canon, which was good to know. The finale of the Rocksteady trilogy, Arkham Knight, even features callbacks to Origins. Firefly was a key character who returned in Knight. I suppose you could say the same for Deathstroke too, with him only appearing in Origins before making his return in Knight. Even though Rocksteady has acknowledged Origins in interviews and their final Arkham game, decisions from Rocksteady which I respect and appreciate, Arkham Origins has not received the same attention and treatment as the games they developed. Of course, Warner Bros. Montreal were responsible for developing Origins, yet it was published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment like the other 3 Arkham games. Origins is under the WB umbrella too, which makes you wonder why WB haven't seized the opportunity to remaster Origins. It's crazy to think that Batman Return to Arkham, the collection consisting of the remasters of Asylum and City, was released 7 years ago now, meaning that Asylum got its remaster only 7 years after its original release, and City just 5 years after. It's not like WB and Rocksteady even waited at least 10 years to bring out remasters of those games, which you might imagine would be more likely. Speaking of 10 years, it's been that long since Arkham Origins was released. Imagine if a remaster of the game was announced out of the blue to celebrate its anniversary. To be honest, this is unlikely to happen, but one can dream. Graphically, Arkham Origins still holds up reasonably well to this day. Personally, I think it could benefit from a current gen upgrade though. However, a bigger problem with a game which would need addressing in a remaster are the bugs. Origins had a buggy launch, especially on PC, and while some of the bugs were fixed, others remain even now, which annoyingly includes game-breaking bugs. The console versions fared better, and while your experience with the game shouldn't be as marred by bugs, some still exist. One of the most frustrating bugs I encountered on PC was being unable to start playing the I Am the Night mode in DirectX 11, where you can max out the graphics so the game looks its best, making it look better than the 360 and PS3 versions. After the intro cinematic plays, the game cuts to black, leaving you unable to start playing. If you want to start playing after the intro in this mode, you must launch the game in DirectX 9 instead, preventing you from seeing it in its full graphical glory. I think you can change to DirectX 11 once you start playing the game in I Am the Night, at least. Unfortunately, this isn't the only game-breaking bug which still exists. The fact of the matter is the PC and console versions have their advantages and disadvantages. On PC, you aren't limited to a 30fps cap, and the maxed out graphics are more impressive than its PS3 and 360 counterparts. Another advantage of playing on PC are mods. On the other hand, the console versions provide a more polished experience with a more consistent frame rate, because of the 30fps cap. Currently, the only way to play Arkham Origins on more modern consoles is on the Xbox One and Series consoles through backwards compatibility, and PS4 and 5 if you have PS Plus Premium, although only in certain countries. The game runs in 4K on the Xbox One X and Series X too. Otherwise, all these versions only run at 30fps still, which is a shame. Therefore, the best way to play Origins on a console nowadays would be on the Xbox One X or Series X. In my opinion, Arkham Origins is a worthy entry in the Arkham series that deserves a remaster. Asylum and City got theirs, but only on consoles, albeit they weren't perfect. and the original console PC versions are visually superior in some areas. There's also the fact that Return to Arkham Asylum and City only run in 30 FPS. With the PS5 and Xbox Series consoles much more capable hardware, why shouldn't these remasters receive a 60 FPS patch for those consoles? Origins' ideal remaster should consist of updated graphics and numerous bug fixes, breathing new life into a Batman game which would certainly benefit from it. In the process, Origins would have the more polished, complete and definitive experience it sorely needs, which is well overdue. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a like if you did, and maybe even subscribe. It would be much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your day, and that is all.